Hi, my name is Kate Logan, and I'm here from Placerville, California, visiting the studio today. Just want to say hi to all of my chat room buddies in Aleene's chat room. It's a wonderful place to visit, and let's get on with the show.
Hello and welcome to Aleene's Creative Living. We're so excited that you decided to join us today because we have a great show for you, right, girls?
Absolutely.
Whole hour.
And you are so cute today,
Well,
Heidi. Tell us
thank
about
you.
that vest.
We're still doing the dress Heidi, and the winner today is Carol Saxberg from Sutherland, Oregon. Isn't this beautiful?
Yes.
Look at how it says piece in the different languages. It's all machine embroidered. Wait a minute, let me go to the other side here too, because there's all kinds of wonderful.
I love it. In all those languages, it still means the same thing.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Also, it's reversible.
Oh, and it's a
Very
lot
nice.
of work.
And
Thank you so much.
there is a little letter, and it says, "Love your program, keep up the good work. I enjoy all kinds of sewing and crafts. My newest passion is machine frame embroidery, as you can see. The vest fronts button on so the children of the world are reversible and just beautiful."
Oh,
She did a great job.
She did.
You know, we have another darling thing. We have this footage to show you of Skylar in this little angel outfit. This was given to us by Marion Smith from Seattle, Washington. Now, if you look at this angel, she actually took ribbons and wove them together to create the fabric for the angel dress, and then fusible webbed on her wings, and it's just adorable for our little angel.
It is
beautiful.
extraordinary. That is a lot of work that went into that, all that weaving.
I
That's
want
a
one
lot
of
of
those.
Well, on today's show, Heidi is going to step up to the challenge and make holiday ornaments out of something that you'd ordinarily just throw away.
And we'll show you how to add instant gilded accents to enhance any project.
And if you have an adorable picture of your kids dressed up for Halloween, don't hide it in your photo album when you can display it in a Happy Hauntings frame.
Also, Shelley Freeman, America's favorite little sister, or at least that's what I call her, is going to talk about the support system available to the Creative Living Network reps.
Oh, I need to take off and see what Cheryl Ball's up to.
Oh,
Bye.
tell her hello. Now, do you tend to lose your keys? I do sometimes. We have the perfect project for you, and it's using one of the most popular crafting mediums.
We also are going to add some color to some old jeans with rainbow accent.
It's hard to believe that we really have time for all those ideas on today's Creative Living, but that's not all.
That's right, we're starting off the show today with Cheryl Ball, who always has something fun, and today she's going to light up our lives with the colorful lanterns right out of her new book, so let's take a look.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hello.
Looks like you've got a brand new book.
Isn't that exciting? This is my first book ever.
Ooh.
I know it's exciting. It's with tissue and crepe.
Oh, it looks like it's a beauty.
It is. It's got some really cool stuff in it. So that's really neat to see my own book there. That's neato. And behind it there is a candle and a little frame. You know, those floating frames are very popular right now. So I did it with tissue paper using silver and a color in glass. It
And
looks
those
really cool.
are very expensive, so
Yes,
you've done it inexpensively.
Definitely.
Oh.
And then the little thing is just decoupaged on with a little candle with all the little squares and stuff.
Now, this next one is my kind.
Oh, I know. Aren't these beautiful? I just made, just kind of gathered the tissue. It's crepe underneath the tissue, and then the flowers are glued on just to make this beautiful lamp.
It's so pretty.
I've seen those around, and then just added the little frame to match it, but I just love those peonies.
And all these designs are in the new Creative Crafting with Tissue and Crepe Paper by Cheryl. And look at the bath.
Yeah, this is just kind of out of my regular norm, but I mean, look how beautiful all these gifts are. If you took this apart, you've just covered soap, you've covered the top of a bottle, the frame has a little bit of, it's called GIMP, and some of those charms, you know, just really dolls it up with very little money.
Oh, they're so
Just
pretty.
recycle some of your soaps and leftover
And
stuff.
when you say out of the norm, it's just out of your normal
Right,
color
out of
scheme.
morning, right. And then we'll be going to my norm here in a minute. There's my norm. But isn't that cute? That's just a set of lights wound in garland with crafting plastic with tissue on it. And it's just cut a little hole in it, and you just put it over the lights.
So decorate your patio.
Right.
Or,
We're coming down to the end of summer, but that doesn't mean you still can't use them.
I
And
think it's still
Danuba,
gonna be
hot,
warm, yeah.
so definitely. And these are all the little candle holders made with all your extra jars and tissue and a little bit of tulip paint, dimensional paint.
This is wonderful. So show us how.
Okay, I'm just taking some of my leftover jars, whatever it could be, any size as usual, and I want to take my tissue paper, and I'm just cut out nice shiny colors. Actually, these are strips that are torn. These are just colors that I cut out, just shapes. And here's some more strips. So I did different things. Some I cut out with pinking shears, things like that. So now to do this, you're going to use the instant decoupage glue, which is so wonderful. And you just want to put some on. Put a nice even thin coat. It doesn't have to be real heavy. And then you're just going to take your brush and you can just pick it up, doink, and set it in. Brush again, another coat over the top. I'm going to take a center, put it over the top, and a leaf.
Super simple.
Super easy. Now you can have the kids help you with this in the, in one of those I'm bored afternoons and let them do their own thing. I'm going to do a little more glue. And there you go. So of course you could do whatever you would like to do. And
The
as
design
much.
is
and there's,
endless.
There's ones that just have plain dots on them. There's one that just have squares on them and stripes. And then you're just going to let that dry. And to protect them, even though this has a sealer in it, to protect them a little bit more, I put a gloss varnish over the top when it's dried.
Okay.
Let me put that in water. Now to detail it, I want to use some dimensional paint. And you just want to, it could be a wavy line, it could be more dots. It can be at this point whatever you would like to have on it.
That really adds to it.
And then what I'm using for around the edge here, let me show you here. It's electric gauge wire. 18 gauge electrical wire. It comes in all these colors. It's plastic coated, so it works really well around for handles.
So all you do is just kind of bend it together.
Yeah, it works really cool, and it comes in all these different colors, and it's great.
And all of these designs are in the book. And it's a wonderful new book by Aleene's and Cheryl.
How exciting.
It is. Thank you so much.
Hope you'll try them.
You asked for it, and Heidi is back with her Heidi Challenges.
You can send me your trash and challenge me to make things from your trash.
Okay, let's show a little bit of some of the ideas of the trash, of things that you ordinarily discard.
Right.
That you can send out. Also, I wanted to mention, because some of these things you may recognize as having been sent to you before, but now Heidi's had a really good vacation. And so now Heidi can probably look at something that, or maybe already she worked with, but she can think of something new with it.
And remember when you're sending a challenge in that you're going to send 3 pieces of the same thing, because I make one up and I instruct one, and then we need one for the picture. So we need 3 things, and nothing medical. And so you need to start sending in your trash. And
That's an odd thing to ask for, isn't it?
very unusual. And I'm not even sure where this started, but what I'm using today is these little I call them blister packs. They're the little package things that go onto the cardboard. That a lot of little products are bought inside of these little things. This happens to be a button cover. And those are like little floating candles.
And look at how, because they're different shapes.
And what I did with them was I made some ornaments. Now this, like the little angel here, I think there was like a tube of glue in here. And I think this one had even some different button covers. And then this down here is the round button cover. It was a large button cover.
Wonderful idea for kids' craft. It's a wonderful idea for Christmas coming up, for your Girl Scouts, brownies,
Right. Well,
even
another
Boy Scouts to
another
do.
thing about something like this is that it's good enough for kids and it's good enough for adults.
Right.
It has quality for everyone, and it's that conversation piece too.
The one you're looking at right now with the little
wreath?
holly wreath and all, like you say, that would even be good for an adult.
It could be a package top. An adult could make it maybe as a saleable item, or take it to your craft club, to your craft people. I know a lot of people that I talk have groups that people craft together. But all you're going to do is use some of the napkin applique glue, put it on the inside, and I've got some little holly leaves that are just cut out of tissue paper, and just kind of put them.
Now this is all reverse collage. You're doing your decoupaging on the inside
Right.
rather than on the outside.
I stuck it to me. And just put all kinds of different holly. Some of the holly goes up on the side.
Me too.
I really got that stuck. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You got another one? Remember to go up on the side. And if you want to cut off the side, you know, because there's this rim here, you can. I did on the wreath, but I didn't do it on the other two. And it's kind of hard. There's a lot of work to go to get some of the paper off, and I just didn't go to the trouble of getting the paper off. Like on the little angel, you can see where it's dark blue. That was the actual paper, and I thought it was kind of pretty. It was kind of a little edge, finished edge.
And you know what, though, if you wanted even more of an edge, you could glue a little piece of rickrack or something like that around the edge of it, or a piece of ribbon.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you're completely done with getting your whole wreath on the, let's see if you can see this here. See how it's starting to take shape? Then you're going to take little pieces and you're going to put your background. And I just tore some little pieces. On my sample there, I used gold, and right now I have some copper. And see how that puts in a background? Then when you're completely done with that, you're going to take the 3D foiling glue and you're going to outline each little holly leaf. And then I put a few little...
You outline it obviously now on the outside of it. And that gives you a wonderful dimensional
Yeah, and I put
look
some
to
little
it.
sequins. There's my holly berry, and just tie a little ribbon and instant ornament.
You know, that's fun too, because we have ornament parties at Christmas time, and wouldn't this be fun to create this particular one?
Right, so start looking at different packaging, and you can do this too.
And again, we want them to start sending in their trash, which sounds very odd. but
And they get
please
a
do.
gift if I choose their trash.
Heidi, thank you very much for joining me today.
What a better time to get ready for the holidays than right now. And we have some awesome projects. Frances is here from Delta. Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
You have got some beautiful things here.
Thank you. We're using a new product we've got called Renaissance Foil Instant Gilded Accents. And this is a product that's designed to help you really put intricate designs on pretty much any surface in just minutes.
It is absolutely fascinating. Now, I have worked a lot with foil, and I have never seen anything quite like this. It's almost like a sticker kind of an idea, and I love the frame.
Thank you. That's the project we're actually going to be doing today.
Oh, well, good. It's got joy and little cherubs and happy things on it. And then we have a great little paper mache book there beside it.
Yes, the Instant Gilded Accents can go on almost any surface. So you'll see there's wood, there's paper mache, paper, wax, and glass as well.
I love the candles. So you can actually use this on a candle too, Frances?
You can. Now it has to, you have to be careful because some of the silicas in the release molds you might have a little bit of a problem sticking to. But if you rough it up with sandpaper first, you shouldn't have a problem.
Oh, great idea. And we've got a great package on this, a bow on this package.
Yes, the bow and also the trim was done with the Instant Gilded Accents.
That is amazing. And this glass jar is so beautiful. This would be a wonderful idea for gift giving, wouldn't it?
Oh, it sure is. You can put pretty much anything in there.
You sure could. Even some homemade goodies. Now, did you bring us some cookies there in that jar?
I wish.
Well, you did bring us some candy. Check out this sleigh.
These are two projects that were done with the Instant Gilded Accents on metal surfaces. So you can see without any preparation, they'll stick to almost any surface you've got.
That is amazing. Well, let's get into seeing how this is done.
Okay, this is so simple. As I mentioned today, we're going to be decorating this frame. And what I've done is the design that you see here uses two of our different patterns in combination.
Ah.
Each pattern of the Instant Gilded Accents comes with two sheets of adhesive designs in the pattern that you select, and 2 sheets of coordinating foil. This design is angels, and you see we gotta have a bunch of different styles of angels here. And then we thought that silver and gold would be the perfect complements for that. So you have your choice of what to use. And all we do here is very simply, if you wanna follow that design or do your own design, that's fine too. You can cut into the design sheet. What you'll do is, these are adhesive designs in between 2 protective sheets. So you want to keep the sheets together so that they don't dry out.
Okay.
You'll cut your design out of here. Simply peel the sheets apart. Press it wherever you'd like it to go. Now I'm starting with the corners here just to make it easier for me to center. Press directly down on this. You don't want to rub because it may distort the design a little bit.
Okay.
Simply pull that off and your adhesive design is there.
Well, that's very important, I think, not rubbing it, because it looks like a rub-on transfer. So
it does.
I immediately want to rub it, but that's not a good thing, right?
No, it could pull the design in different directions, and they release so easily, as you can see, you don't really need to
Yes.
rub. So I'm going to make this little angel gold. And I cut out a piece of foil, which is approximately the same size, lay it over top, and again, simply press down.
I can see the places that it's sticking to, the foil actually raising.
That makes it easier to see what's going on there.
Yes.
And then you just peel that off. Now, if you have an area here where it didn't stick all the way, I didn't take so much time pushing that down, you can simply come right back, push the foil down again, and then it'll pick up those areas. Now, the second thing we did was to pick up these are our holiday sayings designs. So what I've complemented this with is joy. So we'll pick up the word joy across here and just do a real quick placement of these across the top. Now, you can cut these and rearrange them any way you want. Again, simply press down onto the frame. Oops, you can see that didn't come off all the way.
Right.
Peel this off. And I'm going to try this one in silver.
Okay.
So we'll cut off a little piece.
Now we've also got some that's for home deck that's all the time. For your home.
We have 6 designs that are specifically for Christmas, and then we've got 8 that are year-round. And again, you can see how that joy comes out.
How that turned
nice
out.
and reflective, yes.
Beautiful. And the black and gold really floats my boat, I have to tell you.
Thank you. Those are beautiful, aren't they? It's such an easy way to add real intricate detail in the real pure gold look.
It really is. Thank you so much. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited about this new product.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Having trouble making your floral motifs look realistic? Surround each flower with a shade of green yarn. This trick works no matter what color you make your blossoms.
It's here, the Aleene's Creative Living bloopers tape. Now you can laugh along with Tiffany, Catherine, Heidi, and Aleene, and some of your favorite Aleene's guests. Forgotten words.
I forgot. Bonnie, what is this quilting with wood?
Well, I have no idea.
Crafting blunders.
Many scissors.
Pet antics. Excuse me. And more can all be seen.
There's a bug down my shirt. I'm sorry.
We do make it look easy on air, but as you'll see, even the experts can get tongue-tied.
Bunny.
Bunny.
You have to admit it, kids love to dress up, especially for Halloween. So why not create a frame to celebrate that wonderful decorative time? And Julie Bean, I have to say, this is such a great idea. I'm going to do this.
Great. Well, you know what? Royal and Langnickel has a new brush that makes it really easy and a lot of fun to do it as well. And it's called a Squeeze and Flow. And the Squeeze and Flow attaches to your favorite 2-ounce bottle of stain, varnish, or base coat paint.
So this isn't a separate brush that you would paint with. This is a whole new technique.
Yes, it is. And it comes with a little yellow adapter so that it'll fit onto the smaller necked bottles, and with a clear plastic bottle. And you're going to save that till later to use it for cleanup, to squeeze the water through the brush and clean it from the inside out.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to start. I've got it attached to a gel stain, and it's a water cleanup. And just start by squeezing the bottle, and it'll come right through the bristles. And go ahead and just stain your piece. Now, if you get extra stain out afterwards, you can just take a paper towel and remove the excess.
Is it difficult to control the flow, the amount that's coming through?
No, it really is very easy. How hard you squeeze will determine how much comes through. So just squeeze a little for just a little bit.
Okay, and as you were saying, you can just wipe away the excess.
Wipe away the excess once you're done with that. Once this is dried, then you're ready to go ahead and start your design. And you can take any type of a design. Take it from a greeting card, you know, wrapping paper, just about anything that you can think of.
I really want you to share your technique. I was asking you how you came up with this great design. How did you do this?
Well, I drew it, and actually I drew it in the computer, and then I just printed it out of the computer on this see-through vellum. It's a heavy tracing paper.
That is such a great idea.
And then just transfer it with some graphite paper. Then when you're ready to start your details in your painting, Royal has these great new brushes called Aqualons, and they have a clear acrylic handle, and they're great for all of the detail. They have very sharp chisel edges for doing very accurate painting, and you'll use these to go ahead and paint your design. And the acrylic handle prevents the paint from chipping off the brush.
So your brushes are going to last a lot longer and feel nicer on your hands as you paint with them.
Yes, they are. They really are going to last a lot longer. We always leave our brushes sitting in the water for extended periods of time, and so the handles really normally fall apart pretty quickly for that style.
Now, so basically, when you're painting or staining or doing anything, you do need to base coat or stain or varnish, so you've got this great new squeeze and flow tool. And with that, you don't have to even use a palette, do you?
No, you really don't, and you really have the major part of your design really is usually the base coating or the varnishing afterwards, or even a wood sealer. And all of those come in the 2-ounce squeeze bottles these days.
Right.
So you really don't have to even transfer it into the bottle that it comes with.
You know, your shading looks so beautiful. That's an awfully nice brush.
Yes, now this is the angular brush, and you just picked up a corner load of the paint to get that on there. Once your project is all done, and I've got these little stars and moons that I had put on here, those can just be glued on anywhere you'd like them. I did a little button so you can make the little dimension to the spider or to the bat. But
so
just go ahead and
cute.
glue those on anywhere you'd like. And then once that's done, you've got to varnish it. And the varnish is also another great way to use the squeeze and flow brush. And I have one here already on. And let me just take this one here that's already stained. There again, just squeeze and it comes through. And go ahead and varnish your piece.
Are there different tips for the squeeze and flow?
Yes, there is. There's quite a large range that comes in the angular, the round, and a flat bristle.
Julie, when would I use this clear bottle?
The clear bottle, you use that for the cleanup afterwards. There are 2 little tubes in the middle of the brush, and you want to make sure that you get those clean. So you fill this up with water, and then you're going to add this onto the brush and just squeeze the water through so that you're getting it clean from the inside out.
What a perfect system. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Catherine.
Coming up next, we have today's sharing and more great crafting, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to Aleene's Creative Living, the best resource for crafters everywhere.
We have another fun-filled half hour to go, so stay with us for an update on the Creative Living Network. We'll craft a plastic canvas kitty key holder and perk up some old jeans with colorful rainbows, thanks to a tool you might already have.
But first, it's time for today's sharing.
I've got a great little letter here from Frances Retzlaff. It says, Dear Aleene, first, I want to tell you how much I enjoyed reading your book, A Tacky Lady. My daughter was in Oxnard, California, and had you sign my copy. She also had her picture taken with you that day. I have a craft that you might like. I took a Christmas popcorn tin, and we have a photo of that, and made it into a wedding time capsule for my daughter and son-in-law. To get it ready, I washed it in vinegar, rinsed it with water, and when it was dry, I painted it with Deco Art metal paint. It took about 3 coats. In the meantime, I made photocopies of their wedding and decoupaged them to the can, and also put on some of my memory album stickers to decorate it a little more. I sealed it with a water-based varnish, and I think it turned out okay. I'm now working on one for my granddaughter. This is cool. She can use it to put in little memories from her trips and her school activities or special days. Thank you for your time, your fellow crafter. Isn't that nice?
What a
This is
great
a great
idea.
idea, and I hope their marriage lasts absolutely forever.
And I like
too.
that they're recycling. That would be a
Yes.
terrible thing to put into the landfill.
Oh, it
It's
would.
so useful.
What a cute idea. Thank you, Frances.
And thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Well, you know, we still have a little bit more time. And Heidi, I know you're doing a lot of great things. You were telling me that you took your craft room and you were also going to do something special. What are you doing?
I'm just working on it to have a nice space. I'm going to put a little apartment with my own little space, a little living room, and do real nice feeling. A place to go and just relax.
I love
That's
that.
up above the studio. I do have a full.
It's just kind of a little nook and cranny, but you're going to take it instead of having it be like attic junk.
With
it's gonna
storage.
be your own little space.
Yes.
Isn't that such a good idea?
Well,
And I'm
it's a
doing major
very
cleanup
nice
in my
idea.
studio again, too.
Me
Major.
too. Me too.
right.
Major overhaul constantly in my life, trying to figure out how to streamline things like Patty.
Oh, they just think I'm so organized. You know, I only invite them over when I'm really ready.
Do you spend hours knitting or crocheting gifts for your favorite people? Since it took so long to make it, don't you want them to enjoy it for as long as possible? Why not give them the care label from the yarn to ensure proper care for the lifetime of the project?
It's time to accessorize your home with creative projects featuring plastic canvas.
Isn't this great?
This is darling.
It is so cute. It's so easy to do, and it's using plastic canvas. Just a few stitches.
I have to say, the yarn that this project features is all shiny and nice, and it really adds an eye-catching look.
Isn't that neat? It is Need Love, and it is. It's shiny and really neat. And all you're going to do with your plastic canvas is cut it out and there's all kinds of different colors of plastic canvas. You don't have to just use the clear. You can just use a few stitches, and all you do is just stitch on it. And it has a big chunky needle here.
We love that needle, don't we, Heidi? The plastic canvas needle.
And just stitch it like so.
I like the combination of stitches that you use. This is really creating an interesting pattern. It almost looks like a quilted design.
Isn't that cool? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out which one do I go to next.
And I did hear someone mention that you can always create any color cat that you like.
You don't have to stick with the colors that I'm using. And all you do is just continue there. And then, when you get to the next step here, is putting this bottom piece onto the cat, because that needs to be a little bit heavier so that it can hold your keys. So all you're going to do is just go back and forth to attach these two pieces. See these two pieces here? And you just the same kind of a stitch. This one's straight up and down.
You know, no matter what kind of a stitch you're using with plastic canvas, it all seems to be as easy as just up and down.
It is. Up and down, diagonal, that's all it is. And then you're going to cover, you can cover, the edges with your little whip stitch, and that makes it where it just kind of finishes it off.
How do you feel about teaching children plastic canvas?
I think it's great. I think it's a must because it's a really easy project to do, and I think anybody can do it. And people can take it with them, and have the kids take it on vacation with them. Then you take these little hooks that your little drapery hooks, and this is what you would put in here for your keys.
What a wonderful idea!
Isn't that great?
I know since I have installed a key hook holder in my home, I've saved 20 minutes a day just looking for my keys. Now, where'd you get this great idea?
This is in the Leisure Arts book. It's called No Place Like Home in Plastic Canvas.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at this design.
All the patterns and all the information is in this book.
I have to say, this book is filled with so many creative ideas, and this is just great. It almost looks like a needlepoint or something that you spend a lot of time in, but this seems to have gone together very quickly.
Another thing about Leisure Arts on their books too, look how wonderful the picture is. You have a full page color picture, and it shows you all to do. And then in the back here, all the stitches are back here to show you how to do all those stitches that I just did.
So if you were a beginner, would this be a good book for you?
Definitely. I think for all stages, so if you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, this is a wonderful book.
Okay. Now, this is another wonderful project. I think this is absolutely beautiful. And I think this is one of my favorites.
This is the doorstop, or it can be a bookend.
A little bit of essence of San Francisco
here.
I
love the colors in it. But remember, too, you can change any of the colors to go with your decor.
Well, when you think about how inexpensive yarn is and how many different colors and types there are, you can really tie this into any room in your house.
Right. Well, even plastic canvas itself, just the plastic, is very inexpensive.
Wonderful. Now, this is another great Kleenex holder, but look at the Victorian country charm on this.
Now, this is a classic example. The little fence is where you're just using the color of the canvas and doing just a little bit of stitches. So there's not quite as much work on like the little fence, and you could do that even on the house itself. Just use a color because it comes in all kinds of different colors.
So using those colors as an accent piece is a great way to save time and be really colorful. Well, let's see what else we have in here.
We have the mat by the door.
Oh, I love this.
And that's kind of the log cabin look.
Yeah, the lodge look.
And this is using the 5 mesh canvas for the mat there. What I was using on the cat is the 7 mesh.
Okay.
That means there's 7 stitches to the inch.
Wonderful. Well, these are great projects, and what a wonderful book, Heidi. Thank you.
You won't believe what Catherine's done with the curved box maker.
You never know what I'm going to do next. I was feeling a little bit creative today. The curved box maker is so versatile. I just stretched it just a little farther.
Well, usually you make curved boxes.
You can make curved boxes, you can make some fun kids' toys. I like the little box with a heart on it because that's actually out of cold cereal.
Oh.
So you can recycle, you can do all kinds of things. But you know what I did? I took the template and I looked at it and I went, you know, this looks like a rainbow. And so I made rainbows with a curved box maker.
Oh, and didn't make a box maker, made rainbows and painted and all kinds of fun things.
This is a great template. If you wanted to cut out a circle of fabric, large circles, you know, I used to always get out plates. And do you know what I'm talking about? You take plates to make circles. Well, look at all the different sizes of plates I've got right here. It's even better. Yeah, it's already measured for you. So like as an example, if I wanted to, you know, just take a piece of fabric and just make like an 8-inch circle, I can just line this up.
So you just fold it here.
Yeah, I folded it in half. I can just draw this in, cut it, and then I've got a perfect circle.
Whoa.
Or you know how there's that way where you fold it up into quarters? And, yeah, I can't remember how to do that, but as soon as I do, I'm going to do it with this. So I started thinking that I would make some fun little hand-painted outfits for cute little kids that seem to be hanging around here a lot. And you know, also if you want to make circles for scrapbooking.
Oh, excellent
This would be a great idea.
Right.
So this is such a handy-dandy tool.
It is.
I had a lot of fun. So I decided I'm going to make a little rainbow. So I just lined this up on the shirt, and I took a fabric marker, and I just went in all these little guidelines and made some little rainbow marks. Now, you know what else is exciting about this?
What?
Super value, super value. That's right, you get free box blanks with our kit today.
And the Aleene's Curved Box Maker comes with, I think, 4 box blanks as it is, and then you get an extra package, so you get 6 extra ones for free.
That's true. So I thought I would go ahead and use some of this dimensional paint and just kind of gook it on there. But you know, it's like a perfect rainbow. And I'm just going to paint this on. Now,
this is going to dry with little glitters in.
Yeah, and I probably put too much on here.
I was going to say that as you put it on.
I'm not the fabric painting queen, and so that's why I was really glad that you were out here, Heidi, because I thought you could hold my hand through this. But I know that this is going to be pretty soft.
But it'd be so pretty.
Yeah, I did
Now you
put way too
you have
much on
another
there.
little outfit here that you were thinking.
Boy.
And we couldn't make up our mind what colors, so we were just kind of, we put the colors out like this. Now look, don't you think, let's see, this could go on there, those colors.
Yeah, and this could be a
go
little
in there.
rainbow. As a
This
matter of
could go
fact,
in
Heidi,
here.
do you want to draw some little rainbow marks for me?
Well, I don't know, do we need to decide color first?
Well, that's going to take all day because we've already spent 10 minutes trying to decide which colors. But you know, these little dresses I got at a department store, and they were so inexpensive. I think I paid like $4.99 for that one and $5 for this one. Actually, I think this one was like $3. But isn't this going to be cute?
It is.
Now, it's so easy.
You can use, like what you're doing, the dimensional paint, or you can use the acrylic paint and, you know, put the fabric enhancer in it.
Right. Textile medium.
Textile.
Textile
See,
medium.
how big do we want this?
I don't know how entertaining we're being because we're just doing some pretty serious crafting here. Yeah, and it was, you know, so fun to do it on those jeans. And those are just an old pair of jeans, and I thought I was really going to start painting them all over. And I even used the very smallest circle on the jeans made the sun. I started thinking about painting on overalls and how that kind of 60s look is so popular. I'm really liking this.
It is a great idea
Isn't
to
this
use it
gonna be
as a
cute?
tool, not only for cardboard, but to use it as a circle template.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't think we've done that yet, and
I
so
don't
of
think
course
so.
it was time.
You see it here first.
Well, we always have a good time when we're crafting, so that's what's really important. But yeah, it's very versatile. I really want everybody to always take a look at what you've got and see what else you can do with it and share your ideas with us. We'd love that.
Yes, and don't forget that the Aleene's Curved Box Maker is a super value today, so if you don't have one, order one, call the operators right away. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Here's a clever way for kids to create original cards and gift wrap. Simply use leftover scraps of fun foam to make stamps. Cut out simple designs and glue them to foam core that's just slightly larger than the design. Apply ink or paint, and there you have it, a one-of-a-kind card.
Well, it's time again for Watch and Win, and we've got a new box cover.
That's right. Every 2 weeks we have a new winner, and this set of weeks, this 2-week period, we have Louise Boehm from Aberdeen, New Jersey, and Louise sent us a note. It says, here's my entry for the Watch and Win contest. I love the show, love the new format. I've done some glass etching and it's wonderful. And then she shares with us, my husband passed away and it's a blessing to have something to do to keep my mind busy.
Aww.
Thanks again for all the projects. And thank you, Louise, for this great box cover.
It is
And you know what?
Yes.
She got a prize.
She did, a couple
Several.
of them.
All right.
She gets a copy of the Aleene's Creative Living magazine, a copy of the Aleene's catalog, and a $15 gift certificate.
Okay,
Wow.
enjoy those. So let's find out who today's winner is that sent their entry in.
Well, first of all, we'll tell what they get.
Oh, cool.
They get the Aleene's Box Maker Get Acquainted Kit. Its value is $19.99, and now you can tell us who the winner is.
Can I draw?
Please do.
All right. Here it is. It's from Laura Salvin from Old Bridge, New Jersey. Thank you so much for sending a card in, Laura. Just give us a call anytime today at 1-800-825-3363 to claim this great Watch and Win prize.
And we also want to thank Marion and Carol for the Dress Skylar and the Dress Heidi entries. Tomorrow, Pergamano takes flight with some beautiful butterfly projects.
And Maria Narius will chat about National Sewing Month.
And Paulette Jarvie will be here with some exciting crafting projects with Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, boy.
We'll see you then.
tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.